We're just reverse everywhere today, Jake. We've got quite a bit of a journey to do.
So where are we going now?
We're going to a remapping place, and basically they remap your car. And I've had this remap on here for ages, but unfortunately, because it's a V8 engine, when I start it up after the remap, it fuels incorrectly. But it's not because of the map, it's because of something with the engine. So when I turn it on in the morning, it's like revving and revving and revving and revving up and down like that. The gauge just flies up and down. I have to get it sorted. So we're going to take it back to this guy. He can either remap it or de-remap it. Demap it.
Yeah.
So he's probably going to demap it. Okie doke, just now all we need to do is reverse everywhere we go.
Reverse everywhere.
Oh god. People don't know what you're doing when you reverse everywhere, do they?
No.
Yeah.
How long you got it remapped then?
Since I got it remapped, I'd say it's probably been about 8 months.
Right.
I had it for a while and I thought, you know what, I want to remap it because it's a 4.4 litre V8. I figured
Yeah.
remap, you know, you'd get a bit of extra power out of it. Remapped it, I didn't really notice any difference.
Really?
Yeah, to be honest, because the most differences in remaps come from cars that are turbocharged.
Right, so like,
and unfortunately, it's not.
Right.
There is a 4.2 supercharged edition, and then there's a 5 litre V8 turbocharged edition, both petrols.
Right.
And then there's the 3 litre diesel, which is also turbo. This is the only one that hasn't got a turbo or a supercharger.
Really?
So it doesn't really
Do that much.
You can't feel the benefits of the remap, even though he told me that you get about 30 brake horsepower out of it. Plus, it's such a massive beast, 30 brake horsepower. I don't know whether how noticeable it would be.
Yeah.
I think 30 brake horsepower in my Civic
Would be massive.
definitely, yeah, definitely. I remember when we were kids messing around with Honda Civics, and my friend, my friend put some Iridium NGK Racing spark plugs in his car, and it's supposed to add like a 5 brake horsepower or something. He's like, it's got rapid now! Brilliant, the stuff you hype over when you're a kid. It's great. Now we're remapping Range Rovers and complaining about it. So this is, if you want to see what typical British weather is, I think this represents it best.
Grey and horrible.
Anyway, I was checking out, you know how like I chew my mouth and stuff like in a weird way. I was checking it out. Apparently it's like a mental disorder or something.
Really?
Well, that's arguable, but yeah, apparently people say that it's like due to anxiety or something.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm an anxious person, bro.
I don't think you're an anxious person.
I don't think I am either. But the thing is, right, deep down you never know what's there. Like humans are very deep creatures.
Yeah.
And we like experience things in our lives and not necessarily process the information in a healthy way, and then it gets buried underneath other memories, and like just life carries on. And then deep down you've got issues that you've never resolved.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Potentially. So it might be that. You never know. Here we are.
Cool, isn't it?
That's different. That. See how different it looks compared to modern cars.
Yeah, it's mint.
This way. This way. Hey! What are you doing? Come on, you can make it. Come on, Jaden, grab my hand. Grab my hand. Yeah!
At least you tried it.
Yep. So here we are, right near our house in Castlefield, Manchester.
Yes.
Jaden! It's stick! Say stick. So what are we doing right now?
We are actually coming out for a walk.
Yeah, near our house.
Yeah, near to our house.
This is like part of the ancient Roman
Castle.
Hence the name Castlefield, right?
Yeah.
And then they've set up some kind of statues.
But that's all new, isn't it? They turned it into a garden.
These Romans didn't make these statues, no?
I don't think so, no.
Sheep?
Yeah. Jaden, you can't
Come on, stick boy. So right over here is like ancient living quarters for servants or something like that. I would assume that was someone's house at some point, because if you look, that looks like a doorway, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I guess you'd probably just walk through the doorway, enter the room, and then there's another doorway, right? So you could probably just walk into that. I would assume this is like...
A toilet?
No, like a living area, you know? And then there's another one over there, but slightly bigger.
The house is a little bit bigger.
That's quite a big one, to be fair. It's what's weird, right, is why they leave these things here all this time after the Romans were here. Is it like just for the sake of it?
Yeah. I would assume so.
What, not for like, what, like just for kind of tourist sake or something? For the sake of tourists?
Like history stuff, so they can figure out how back in the day people lived, something like that.
Hey, Arjie. Hi, Arjie. Arjie, say hi, Arjie. Well, he's still smacking the
I mean,
sheep.
to be honest, his hair's got like an inch thicker.
Well, it's been a month. He needs to go back to a groomer again. I like it to keep it short. When it's short, it's actually, he looks fresher.
I mean that it's only got an inch thicker since Shepherd Boy's been smacking the sheep. Little Shepherd Boy, what, is that a champion over there? Look at him,
What is he doing?
champion.
哎，快过来啦！
Come on then, little boy. We're
我们
going
走了
somewhere
哟。
now. Come on, Shepherd Boy. Yeah, it needs going, the map, mate. It's driving me potty. When it's cold, it's revving like mad. I'm gonna wipe it because you're gonna be dirty. See, this is what life becomes. Oh wow, you're very wet then. Those pants are gonna have to come off, aren't they? They are. Ooh, ah. Really, it only inconveniences me a few minutes every morning. You know, and then obviously the warmer it is, the less time it takes for the car to warm up. So for me, it's like, it's not that much of a big deal, but I think it'll be better now the remap's off. So then I just need to get the wheel alignment done, and we are. The cars, we're in business, we can get it sold. So in total, there's 3 lanes now. Add another 6.
It's going to be 9
So
lanes.
9 lanes wide each side.
That is
18 lanes, right? Make all motorways in the UK 18 lanes wide. That'll fix the issue right there, straight away, right? And then get rid of the whole 50-mile-per-hour speed limit and all this. Get rid of all speed limits and make it 18 lanes wide, right? And not just that. Make it so that there isn't an overtaking lane and there isn't a slow lane. Anyone can use any lane.
Yeah,
right? So you can and make it so it's legal on motorways to undertake.
Yeah.
So anyone can undertake, and if you want to go fast, you've got 18 lanes to swerve in and out of, you know? And then you can get to your destination faster and make street racing legal. Because there's 18 lanes, if people crash, you know, it's all right.
There's another 40.
There's another load of extra lanes over there anyway. That'll solve all traffic issues in the UK. Honestly, single-handedly, if you were to put me into power, right, where I could be the Minister of Transport, I would sort out all travel issues within a week. You're always going to have people that don't like what you're doing.
Yeah.
But that shouldn't be a concern of yours, really. And as long as you know what you're doing is, you know, the best you can do it.
Yeah, definitely.
And if you go around scamming people, then expect to get haters, and you deserve it, don't you?
You're not going to scam people.
If you're trying your best and you're doing things legitimately, there's going to be people that say, oh well, such and such, I don't like him, but that's not really, it's not really something you should be concerned about.
No.
But I mean, I've noticed that as like a trend for business owners when they're starting out, they've been going a year or two, they're always concerned about people hating on them, and the thing is, you can't fight these people because you'll never ever win.
No.
You'll just give them a reason to hate more. So the best way is love. It literally is just love. Just be loving, just be kind, just be generous, just be nice, and hopefully some of those haters will turn into lovers.